Okay, great. Sushuang, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hi, I'm Sushuang Ma. I'm currently a new postdoc at King's College London. I'm an astrophysicist, specializing in exoplanetary atmospheres. I use the transspectroscopy to observe the transmission data of the exoplanetary atmospheres. Um, and especially, I'm very interested in cloud, hazes in atmosphere. So constantly look at this data and try to interpret what are the chemical compositions and the cloud haze compositions in the atmosphere.
Right, nice. And you're originally Chinese, right?
Yes.
Okay, so which part of the country? Like the eastern side, western side?
East
South
Coast.
now? Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, and you moved to London for your PhD, I believe. Like
Actually, I
this
moved
is
for a master's
for your
degree.
master's degree, right? Okay.
Yeah, because I studied engineering when I was in bachelor,
Okay.
and I had to transfer my major. And at that moment, it was also the COVID period. It was quite
Right.
different and difficult.
Yeah.
And I got the chance to transfer major in UCL, so I went there.
Okay, nice. Okay, so we can start the first question. So how did you
Yeah.
become an astrophysicist? What is your story? I mean, what was the first
It's
motivation? What was the first spark? Because we usually have two camps. So we have people who from very childhood, like let's say like
mhm.
from very early on, they knew they're gonna become an astrophysicist or an astronomer. So like they had, I don't know, like this huge curiosity about the skies, like night skies, stargazing, and then they received the telescope. Then they were like, okay, like this is my career. I know it. Like from very early on, they knew. Some other people just changed fields during college or bachelor and masters, like something like that.
Mhm.
So we have two ways. How did it happen for you?
So as I mentioned, I changed major to astrophysics.
Right.
Um, yes, so but actually it's a both. So I always want to be like doing something related to astronomy, of space, but I didn't get the chance.
Okay.
So I started engineering degree. I didn't think I could do it, but then I get the chance. So I just
But why
like
did you
tried my
think like you
best.
couldn't do it? Like you thought it's very difficult or?
Yeah, I thought it was difficult, and also like
But engineering is also
in
very
them.
difficult. I mean, it's not easy.
Um,
This is still in a
yeah. Now I
STEM.
know. Now I know. I didn't know.
Yeah, but back then you thought like, I mean, your thought process was like that is very much more difficult.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But when I was doing the engineering degree, I realized I didn't really like it. I don't feel it's my thing. I can
Hmm.
have a job with it, but I regard it as a tool, not my motivation.
Right.
Um, then I was using my spare time in libraries and I was reading like magazines, books about astronomy. I got really interested. I read about James Webb.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
then I was like, yes, possibly I should, right? There were astronomy courses at that time in the college. So I just went there, staying on and took their exams and I realized I could do it. Um, then I tried to like apply for majors, master degrees related to astronomy. It was difficult, but I got one. So I
Yeah,
just one
right.
major.
So how many applications did you do before you got an offer?
I think it 20, a lot,
Mm,
including
okay.
some
No, 20 is not
PhD.
bad at
Yeah.
all. I mean, 20 is
No.
fast. 20 is like quite fast. I mean, for
Um.
someone who's especially doing a transition between two majors, because this was not your field too. So you had to like get recommendation letters from people who were, I think,
Yeah.
tutors in other fields. So that is
Yeah. It
challenging. I
was
mean, 20 is a
complex.
very good rate. Yeah.
Not bad.
And how was it? Like when you started, like was it something that you expected or was it very far from your expectations? Did you struggle or no? Like you found it like quite normal?
Oh, it is what I expected. Like as expected, I struggled
Okay.
because I only learned the basic physics and maths, like in
Right.
my major. Of course, I sit in on some classes that helped a lot, but still, there's also the English pronunciation problems. I couldn't really
Oh, right.
understand. For example, I couldn't understand if the teacher was saying can or
Mhm.
can't. I got
Right.
confused. So like
True.
this is
Right.
very important, but I got
I
confused.
know. And
Yeah,
especially
but
like, I mean,
probably,
it's a
mhm,
huge experience, isn't it? Like I wanted to ask you
yeah,
because I was like, oh yeah, like I mean, you're switching from Mandarin to English, and that is like very, very challenging.
yeah,
So,
it
and
was
then you
so
move to
challenging.
a country that is that I mean, people are not like you. So, like, if you were in Italy, like, you were speaking your second language and people were speaking their second language. But you, like, I mean, right off the bat, you went to London. So, like, you were talking to native speakers of a language which was like very far from yours. So, how was the experience as a master's degree student?
Yeah, also, London is very mixed, so it's not only
Right,
native, it's
true.
a
Yeah,
mix
I
of
know, right.
accents.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, in
I
the
was gonna
academic
say,
environment, I believe
hmm
because they don't have that mix in the hiring process, I believe. So you don't see like that many
hmm
nationalities when it comes to professors or like tutors, I think.
yeah. Anyway, the English was a problem. Like, I'm not in which case. But I was going to say, COVID actually helped me
Right,
because of COVID, I recorded the course, so I got the
right.
chance to listen to the same sentence 5 times to make sure, like, what the professor was trying
Yeah.
to say.
So yeah, the COVID worked for you if it didn't work for so many people.
Yeah.
But when did it happen? Did it happen at the end of your master's or at the beginning of your PhD?
Like, the whole year of master, because in the UK it's like
Oh,
in
yeah.
practice 3 semesters was compacted into 1 year. It was,
Okay.
yeah, very stressful one. Um, yeah, also like to have the project down in the communication was a big challenge. Um, but somehow I managed to do it, although I didn't sleep well.
I can imagine. Yeah, no, right. It was a lot of
Yeah.
work. And you were in a very good university as well, where they have like very high expectations.
But I had very good friends and roommates, especially, helped me a lot with my English.
No, that's great.
I was lucky.
Yeah, like I'm super happy for you. And then how did you decide to continue for your PhD? Like, so I suppose like it was a good experience during your master's, so you tried to continue because you saw
Yeah.
yourself as an astrophysicist, I believe, and you were like, okay, like I want to do this because I think it's a huge choice when you go for a PhD. It's very difficult. And yeah, and it doesn't like
Uh,
give you job security as well.
so I was imagining like if I go back to do engineering or
Mhm.
software like development, which I, I'm supposed to do, but
Right,
I imagine that life is so repetitive. Imagine you're sitting in
right,
front of the same thing. I understand like you are developing different things, but still
right.
like it's for money. Again and again, I
Mm.
cannot accept this life. I need something more innovative. Like I want to
Right.
take a route that no one else around me have taken
Uh,
at that moment. If this is a path I can see the end already, I don't want to take it.
okay, so in astronomy, you could see a path for yourself, but in software, you
No,
couldn't,
no, the
I think.
reversed.
No, reverse. So yeah, like in engineering, you were like, okay, like I know where I go, but then like in astronomy, I
Mhm.
don't know, and that is what is motivating me.
Um, yes, but also like astronomy is fascinating. I
True.
believe
No, this
a
is
lot of
true.
people can
Right.
understand, yeah,
Right.
and take some challenge. I was young and naive, but
Yeah,
um,
like naivety played a role too.
I don't regret it. It's a good choice.
No, right, but what actually drove you forward? Because especially you're doing exoplanets, so it has a lot to do with discovery, I believe, like new stuff. Because the theories behind it are also not very well established compared to, like, for example, the
Mhm.
stellar physics that you know a lot about. And it's also about the question of life. So, what fascinated you the most during your master's and PhD? Like, what was the
It's
point that you
different.
always like looked back to and said that, oh yeah, like it's worth it?
So during masters, it was pure love for math and
Right,
see what I learned in coding can actually help in science.
right,
Yeah, that was for masters. But then in PhD, it's more like I feel like I'm pushing the discovery
right.
for the human beings to understand one little bit part of the world that we don't know yet.
Right. It's the first
And the
time that you're
freedom,
doing research. Yeah, no, right. I mean,
yeah.
I remember like there was this mental image that someone did for us, and it was like, oh yeah, like when you're doing a PhD, it's like you're within a circle, but then you're creating this little bit that is adding to that circle. So like this is like how a
Exactly.
successful PhD looks like. Like you just add a little
Yeah.
bit to that bubble, but that bubble like counts a lot because you're just entering the circle, right? You have your own
Yes,
corner.
exactly. Yeah, I feel the importance.
Yeah, right. And then like then you went for an actual job, like you started like having a postdoc. So it looks like this is working for you, right? So like how do you feel
Yes.
about this like as an astronomer? Because I mean, right now, like I mean, you have the doctorate degree, but then now you're having an actual job in the field. So how does it feel to be an astronomer on daily basis?
Um, it's very busy, a
Yeah,
lot of responsibilities, but at the meantime, because I feel I have more power of doing what I want to do,
right,
I have little bit of power at the moment of like pushing the students to certain directions
right,
to influence the field in certain ways.
hmm,
I feel that's important,
right.
not only for exoplanets, but for the science or for like a structure of people working together. I find that fascinating.
Oh, right. So I feel like this is like very well response to the last question that is basically how do you see your future self in this field? I feel like your answer is like I see myself as a professor. That is like evolve
Well,
like I
yeah,
mean yeah like I mean I can see that yeah like you're doing your own research but then you're mentoring and tutoring other folks as well and you're leading
yeah,
them to move forward right with their path.
yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
I mean, I can see that.
I
I feel
hope.
like we got the, but yeah, like I mean, I usually challenge people and say that, oh yeah, like can you describe how you feel through some words, like a vocabulary set from like
Hmm.
1 to 5 words that how do you feel as an astronomer?
I'm motivated. I'm also scared at time when I'm stuck, when I don't see what I want to actually work.
All right.
Um,
What
yeah,
works and
but
what not is like because you're dealing with a lot of problems that are unsolved. So you don't know if
yeah,
you're going to be the person who can solve it. So it's very normal, right?
yeah. Um, but then I feel it's dreamy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a life when I was because of the history. I have always wanted to be an astrophysicist, but I always thought I couldn't. But then somehow it becomes true. Yeah,
right.
so it's fascinating.
No, right. I mean, this was your
And
teenage dream, right? Kind of. I mean, not
yeah,
like teenage, but like when you were very young, like you saw yourself doing this and you started doing it. And I think this is important, right? Like this is a quote from Disney that if you can see yourself doing something, you most probably can. I feel like
if
that
I
mental
didn't
vision is very important.
exactly, if I didn't struggle this much, like for years, I was using all of my time to learn myself for no reason. Um, if I didn't struggle that much, possibly I will not sustain in this field because I want to think about like it's so difficult for me to come here, so I should be here.
Right.
I, yeah, I should enjoy it because this is what I earned by my own effort.
And it's not an opportunity that everyone has. I think like you should be very privileged
Yeah,
to spend some
yeah.
time even as an astronomer on this planet because
So
yeah,
I
it's about
wrote.
studying wonderful things.
So I wrote. Remember, you're a scientist, like in front of my desk at
Oh
home.
wow.
Yes, when I was
Oh
struggling,
wow.
because you are a scientist, you are taking this spot. Not many people can use it. You should take a responsibility of doing something actually contributing to the field.
Right. Remember you're a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great no, right? I mean, yeah, like, it's very simple, but it's also very profound. It's really nice.
Yeah, I see a lot of people forget about it when they become
True,
senior.
true. Because science is about a lot of things. I mean, you're a scientist, but then at the same time, you're a lot of things. You're a mentor, you're someone who should do sales, for example. You should do grant writing, you should do programming, you should do, I don't know, mentorship stuff. So it's an amalgam of a lot of stuff and responsibilities. So yeah, but then yeah, like it is very important to like at the core of it all to think that yes, you're a scientist. And that gives you a lot of responsibility and joy and yeah, like a lot of stuff.
A lot of time. It's a big sacrifice
True.
of the enjoyment of life, but contribute to science. But I enjoy it.
Right. Because you're building something new, I believe.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
adding to something that yeah, if you're not there, something will not exist. I think that's very rewarding.
yes.
Well, if you're working in a company, I suppose it's not that straightforward. It's like, yeah, like you're part of something, and if you're not there, there is someone else. But in astronomy, I
Hmm.
believe the people who people are has a direct impact on what you're creating. Because the way that
Yes,
you're looking at a problem is making a huge difference, I think.
good summary.
Right?
I tried multiple times to work in the in industry environment, and I didn't like it. So I know it.
Right.
I need
You know
the
the feeling.
yeah, yes, very different.
Okay. No, I'm very happy for you. It looks like you have made a cautious choice and it's worked for you. So, yeah, I mean, do you have any closing comments or something to close the conversation with?
I suppose think about like if someone asks me, I have asked these questions, and every time I have to answer differently according to who's asking.
All right.
I The question is, I kind of want to be a scientist or astrophysicist, but I'm not in that route yet.
Hmm.
I
I mean, you're
am
very young
the
still.
no, it's not about me. It's someone else ask me
Oh,
because
okay.
they know I was from a different background.
Okay.
Should I transfer major like as
Oh,
you do?
okay.
So I asked the question, why do you want to do it? And then I describe how difficult it is.
Okay.
If that person still want to do it, I like go for it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think
But
it's
most
worth
of
it?
the time, yeah, most of the time I'll say no. It's a big risk.
Yeah. I mean, overall, if you think about it,
Mm,
this is a big risk. I mean, this
yeah.
major overall, as something that you're choosing, especially as your job for the best years of your life, I think it's a huge
Hmm.
risk. But this is something
Yeah,
that I have seen during all these interviews that mostly people say that, but it was worth it.
of course. Even it's just when I was doing my PhD, I was thinking, even if it's just an experience for like multiple years in my life, it's worth it. You have, you have tried it, what you liked
This is a
for
good
like,
testimony. Right? Yeah, like people say it's worth it. Yeah, risky, but it's worth it.
yes,
Okay, so thank you so much. I really
thank
appreciate this.
you.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you.
It was a lovely chat. Cheers.